Hey, we're back with more Terra Invicta, going into part 2 of today's episode. So it is December 21st or 2nd? 22nd?
December 21st was Tabby trying to flirt with Lyra.
Cool.
So now it's the 22nd.
Guys,
22nd.
it's almost Christmas.
Exactly.
I will also say that Night Watch has been extremely awkward because it's Anna and Nestor together.
True.
And during the day, most of the time, I'm trying to spend time on the Blue Nixie.
Yeah.
Because I'm trying to give Nestor his space.
Yep.
To respect his wishes.
Yep. Yeah, I forgot we never really followed up with him and you, but I guess, it's just awkward, right? Like, he's kept you at arm's length and...
Because, truly, I'm really, I'm okay with it, but I'm sad that, because of that, it's just, completely cut off now.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, Alyssa, we were talking about what Takewee was doing during this time before we get to the 22nd. And let's go ahead and make that persuasion roll. So Takewee's just been in general chatting with everyone and trying to get on everybody's good side, just having general goodwill towards the crew.
Yes.
I make a persuasion check for that.
Okay.
See how well it's going.
Okay.
16 is not bad. Yeah. Takewee's a likable person, so.
Okay. Anybody in particular that I get along really well with? With that 16 or just
who choose a person that you would have focused on? And I'll tell you if the 16 is good enough.
Well, I was gonna say either Git or Kurgle.
Got it. Up to you.
I feel like a 16 is probably not good enough for Kurgle, but I think it's good enough for Git.
I think it is good enough for Git. Yeah. Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
So maybe I'm trying to think of a particular.
I do want to learn more about the god of fire who has the aspect of fire.
Okay,
so
that's
maybe...
perfect. You know what? Let's have that quick conversation. So at one point, maybe you're showing off to someone your radiant fire, because they're like, "Ooh, wow, that's new, that's interesting. I've seen a Genasi before, but that's weird. That's wild." And Git comes over, and he kind of cocks his head, and he says, "New." Points.
Yes. I think the god of fire maybe blessed me with it. I don't know. I didn't recognize the voice, but it wasn't the god of death's voice.
He's nodding. Do you want to know?
Yes. About the god of fire? Yes, I do, actually. Are they a fire genasi? Please tell me they're a fire genasi. Because according to our legends, the fire aspect was gone in one of the great battles. And I would just love it if a fire genasi took that aspect. That would be so cool.
He twitches. Unfortunately, this is not the case.
Oh. Well, then who took it?
Esh, the god.
Because I know it's not Camazotz. We hated that guy. Camazotz was a jerk.
Yeah, he nods. And then he it literally sounds like an encyclopedia entry. He maybe just had someone read this to him.
Mm-hmm.
Esh is the god of fire in the new pantheon. Esh is the child of Mikhail and Arie.
Oh.
Their only son.
Well, isn't that just the sweetest thing you've ever heard? Takewee doesn't say that, but Wow. So
I'm imagining this is like a Pokédex entry, right? So he says that, and then he's like, Esh is known.
This is Esh's cry.
Yeah, exactly. Esh is known for his fiery passion, and I've been watching Pokemon again, guys, so this is in my brain right now.
Nice.
I'm trying to think of another thing that's not as obvious that it would be like a god of fire quality, but it's still interesting. and is very protective of his sister.
Wait, I thought you said that was their only child.
Their only son.
Oh.
And that is what I said. I said only son.
Yes, I know. So that's why she's like, wait, oh, okay. Wow. Okay. Wait, so who's his sister?
I need to remember her name. Give me 1 second. I can't remember.
It's like Kaya, right? The god of
water. Maya. Yeah, it's Maya. Maya is the goddess of water and the only daughter of Arye and Mikhail.
Oh.
She has a particular fondness for oceans and loves all the denizens therein.
So, yeah, take me kind of like, huh.
That's definitely going to be Git's new thing now. I'm just going to treat him as a Pokedex, and he's going to have like bits of information about everything, and I'll read it exactly like that because I love it.
Yeah. So she's like, man, stole the aspect of death, and now they stole all these other ones from us too?
4 humans. 5 humans with the Chaos God.
I don't know how I feel about that. But, I mean, they're still cool, though, I guess. I mean, and...
No, they're hot. They're gods of fire.
Maya's cool.
Yeah, I think, Takewe's like, okay, that's interesting. I mean, yeah, I guess that pretty much aligns with the theology or myths that I've been taught. So, makes sense.
Yeah, so basically what happened is they just like kept the aspect safe, waiting to like give them to someone who they thought was worthy, and they ended up having god babies. And they're like, oh yeah, here, this makes sense.
Wow, nepotism at its finest.
Yep.
Hey,
let's be real.
Alyssa,
if you were still playing Ari during that time, you would have done the exact same thing.
I mean, Ari didn't want children.
Right, but if
I bet those children were totally excellent. She's like, well, I guess becoming a god fixes your uterus. So cool.
Yep, exactly.
Well, she was the goddess of fertility.
Well, that's the main reason. You literally took the fertility aspect.
I took the life aspect.
Life and
fertility with
no. Fertility was a separate one. That's so. Remember, what's her face? She the Jade Skirt had 2. Remember, she had water and fertility.
It'd be funnier if the goddess of fertility never had children.
It'd be funnier, but not more realistic.
No. Yeah, and I mean, probably a deep-seated reason why Ari never wanted children was because she couldn't have them to begin with.
Right, of course. Yeah, it's a never-ending cycle. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's good information, I think. But yeah, and I would also like to ask Git, like, did Deacon ever talk about me?
And he starts mimicking a thing that literally Deacon said about you in front of him.
Yes,
right. So we just hear Deacon's, like we see get a twinkle in his eye, and then we hear Deacon's voice say, "There's just something about her that bewilders me. She is so stubborn, and yet amiable and kind and friendly in a way that, well, usually the stubborn people that I know aren't very friendly. But she just has this 2 sides of a coin approach to her that is fascinating to me. I always knew that I would need a wife who could put me in my place if I needed it, who wouldn't be bowled over by my personality, and I think someone like her might be it.
Hickory's just like totally enamored.
Git just bows.
Say it again.
He repeats it.
I'm just kidding. She's just like, it's like, oh.
He's like, I'm not a record player.
Just like, wow, she's just like like her like cheeks are like totally like red.
Yeah.
Wife. Wow. That's quite a statement. So okay. Well, thank you for that. You are quite welcome. Yeah. Thanks for that, Git.
He bows again. He takes off his straw hat and bows to you deeply. My pleasure. And then he walks away.
And it sounds like you're in a Chick-fil-A when he says that.
Well, that's actually where he got it from and went on a dimension hop and to the future.
Okay.
Cool. So we reach the 22nd of December. And the day begins, and Deli, you feel horrible.
Oh no.
So bad. Like the worst flu Deli's ever experienced for sure. Those symptoms.
Is this the 5th or the 6th?
6th day. Yeah,
Okay.
the 22nd.
Oh, quick question. Has Deli been while we're out at sea, has Deli been doing wild magic out on the boat still?
No.
Because that requires charges. And I don't have more charges.
Yeah.
And
I'm not eating anything again unless I know where it's coming from.
Yep.
Screw this.
Yeah, and what do you do? Deli, you're like really sick.
Oh, wait, I know what to do.
I have the perfect solution for this.
Lesser restoration.
It does nothing.
Okay, wait. Can I roll an Arcana check to see if I waste a 2nd level spell slot first to know if this would fix it?
Sure. You waste a 2nd level spell slot. Do wild magic.
Please don't go wild.
There you go. You're good.
Okay.
Yes, my child.
We see Deli like with a blanket around her, like.
Mom! I love that Takewee has become like Deli's mother.
Yeah, I want.
You're the one she bonded with.
Okay, I was gonna make a comment about how Takewee was acting like Anna's mother earlier with like giving advice about how should I feel about this?
More like a big sister.
That's what I was about to say. More like older sister kind of thing.
I love how for each of you, I'm a very different role.
Takewee, I don't feel very good. And my magic didn't help.
What do you mean you don't feel good? Like you need to eat something?
How exactly do I feel? You say I feel sick?
It's literally like the worst flu Deli has ever experienced.
I feel like I'm sick.
Oh, actually, wait a second. I have a specific wording here that might be more relevant.
Unless the restoration not helping, bad.
Let me just double check because I'm pretty sure that's what it said. It was like flu symptoms, but I can double check that. Oh yeah, here we go. So you have a -10 penalty to all ability scores.
What?
Minimum 1. Your skin is flushed. You can't keep down food or water, and you're starting to grow delirious. It seems like the world has also. It also seems like the world has grown like too bright and soft around the edges. Like everything's like fuzzy.
Wait. Does this ring a bell?
Make a history check. Or Arcana
Because here's
check.
the thing.
What a -10?
Well, -10 to ability scores.
Well, here's the thing, Caleb. What you said reminds me of something I wrote in my backstory.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. But Deli put 2 and 2 together is my question.
I don't remember
basically, you're rolling
what
with
it
a
is.
0 is basically what it is, right?
I don't remember what the thing is, Seth, that you're referencing.
Essentially when her abilities were first okay, I'll say this because this will give inspiration.
Sure, yeah.
And it'll be some backstory. So Deli remembers the times when she first started, her abilities first started kind of coming into effect.
Mm-hmm.
And she remembers very distinctly standing in a magic shop and being surrounded by spell scrolls and having this feeling of just the world being blurry and her vision being blurry and just feeling overwhelmed with magic in a sense.
Yeah.
And she is going to, where are you in the...
Sorry, I was just looking at something.
Okay. And she's just going to, she's feeling overwhelmed and this just feels familiar to her. And Arcana check, or what did you say? What check?
Arcana check, yeah.
And this doesn't have -10. Or this does have -10.
Well, so it's you have a -10 currently to all of your ability scores. So, right, like, I'm just going to go ahead and change them right now. We'll know that we just have to add 10 to them later. So that it'll do that automatically. So, I know.
Caleb, you're so mean.
I know.
So wait, that means that like
I'm
if you had like
right now.
Basically
So,
like
she has she has 3 strength, 3 dexterity, 8 constitution, 4 intelligence, 8 wisdom, and 1 charisma.
Real quick. Did you keep track of what those numbers were? Were any of those above 10?
They were not. Yeah. I double checked. Yeah. So 11 was the lowest one you had. So we just know we have to plus them all by 10 when you're better.
Okay. I'm going to roll an Arcana check with +0.
Wouldn't that
4
be minus?
So it's a 6.
Well, +0 altogether.
So it's 6 with advantage.
Yeah, 6 with advantage is not good enough. Deli, you do not have the wherewithal to remember anything about your own past at this point.
I feel awful. Take me.
And honestly, it's hard to
Yeah.
like talk. You have like a 4 intelligence right now. You're like a simpleton.
I'm gonna die. Wait, Alyssa's talking to Ryan.
Well, this isn't good.
You don't say.
Okay, trying to think what I could do here.
So am I.
Let's see, we have a cleric on board, yes.
You have a cleric on the Blue Nixie.
You have a cleric, but he doesn't have 5th level spells yet for greater restoration.
Also that.
I'm gonna say, Caleb, if I have all of this, I wouldn't have been able to cast a spell. I would have been just complete and total writhing, and I wouldn't even, if I don't have the wherewithal to remember my past, I don't have the wherewithal to cast a spell.
I forgot that was the case. Yeah.
Well, guys, it's been fun.
Okay. I mean,
do we have the sending
so
stone
literally
on the other ship?
so the one person that we have one cleric on board, that
You have a cleric on the Blue
doesn't have
Nixie.
great,
Yeah.
right, but doesn't have but could possibly do a medicine check of some kind.
Yeah, and
Someone could
technically,
do a medicine
technically
check.
we don't even know that lesser restoration didn't work. So he would probably try that first. Either
Currently, you don't know if restoration works. That didn't work because I don't have the
This
ability.
is early
to do
in the
anything
morning.
like that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, then I would have, then in the morning, I would probably get Audrin and Anna and say, Anna, meet us over at the Blue Nixie, and I would have Audrin fly us over.
Okay. So you guys head over, and then is there anyone remaining? Are you guys all on the Blue Nixie and staying on the Blue Nixie?
Audrin can go back. I just need a way to get over there.
Do you go back, Audrin?
It's up to Audrin.
Well, I mean,
you have to be there. You're the captain of the ship.
Yeah, I mean,
well, Kurgle
Audrin-
can be your
that or Audrin can just go get him and bring him to us too. Like
also true. That might be the easier way to do it.
Okay, then just
that
do
makes
that.
more sense actually.
Yeah, because then you're carrying
Ellie.
one person as opposed to many.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Piggyback ride.
he casts lesser restoration on you, Deli. It doesn't work. And then I'll have him make a medicine check, and we'll see.
Can I give him a bardic inspiration?
Sure thing. Benedict.
I'm sure basically what he's going to tell us is that it's something magical, something we already knew, but oh dang. All
22.
right.
Roll that bardic just in case. Would it, or does he need to?
He doesn't need to.
Okay.
He looks at it and he says, "There is nothing wrong with you. Nothing that normal medicine is going to be able to fix." And he looks closely at you and he says, "What did you do?"
Deli doesn't. She's like, she can't respond.
I'd like to roll Arcana.
22.
If only you had advantage.
Audrin, yeah, I mean, as soon as Benedict says that and you look closely, you know that this is something that's just inherently magical that's happening to Deli. And it's like, I think 22 can give you the inference that she ate something that is doing this to her, right? Whatever, because she has some sort of weird, like, void vacuum that is a stomach, right? She ate something that did not sit well, and it's doing this to her. So no regular medicine is going to do anything because, like, it's literally like some sort of weird magical effect.
I think Audrin just kind of gets close to Deli and says, "Deli, did you eat something weird?" And just like see if she does like the head nod or whatever.
Would I have enough willpower to like go to make a noise or something?
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Takewe's going to be like, "When did you eat this thing?"
Well, Deli for the response, Deli would be like just shaking her head, yes. And I don't think she could get across something that complex. I'm gonna say she probably can do like nodding yes or no.
Was it yesterday?
She probably also doesn't have the wherewithal to remember how far along it's been.
I just kind of go, when would Deli have eaten a magical item? We don't have anything on board that she could have
It must have
eaten.
been when she was at the collectors.
She would nod her head yes to that.
Okay. We might do something a little rash then.
Go to
She's
Fernando.
gonna go get Father Fernando and be like, "I know she saw something sneaky about you and she ate something there. What did you do?"
So, you go into where Father Fernando is, and he is sick on his bed.
Oh no!
No! What did we do?
So at first she's like angry, and then she sees him, and she's like, "Oh no!"
Yeah, barely. He's just like, "You are you an angel?"
Oh no! She like drags Father Fernando like out.
Yeah, and
hear me out.
She's bringing me to the light.
What if we just kill them both and then bring them back? Do you think they'll be cured if we kill them both and then bring them back?
So we really should talk about the morality of something like that in this world. I think it's just generally a not nice person thing to do to kill someone.
Yeah, no, I know.
There's other complications with that.
I think it's generally a not nice person thing to do to kill someone.
You heard it here first, folks.
So then, Takely like drags him out and just goes like, "Father Fernando was at the Collectors Guild too. I didn't tell anybody because Deli didn't want me to, but..."
Oh no, Deli didn't say she didn't want you to.
I know, but I mean, it was in confidence. She was assuming. So like, I'll just say that she told me in confidence, right?
Yeah. So Benedict looks over Father Fernando as well, because he's like, maybe I can get a better idea of what's going on if I look over what's happening here. And he frowns.
That bardic.
He frowns and he says, "Oh my." And he lifts up the dude's shirt, and you guys see a strange pulsing growth nestled in his belly.
Ew.
Then a chest burster comes out.
Like, aliens? Like, what's happening?
That's sort of the vibe that you're getting. And his eyes widen, and he's like, "Deli," and like he looks at over Deli again. He's like, "But she doesn't have it. They have the same symptoms, but something is different about what's happening to Deli." What?
Something's always different about
Deli. Yeah. He's like, "What could be different? Did Does this make any sense to any of you?
Do you explain to him about her eating the? Did you explain to him
Deli
about her?
eats magic items. Like, that's literally a thing. She ate a sword once.
Okay, so whatever. They've obviously been affected by the same
something.
Yeah, they've obviously both been affected by the same condition, but Deli is taking it very strangely because of her strange physiology, I suppose. Well, in that case, then maybe we can just fix Father Fernando here, and he casts another lesser restoration on the dude, and the pulse goes away. And he's like, well, at least there's that. And Father Fernando...
And then Takely immediately reins him up and just goes, what is happening to Deli?
He looks over. I have no idea, I promise you.
Drop the fake accent.
He already did.
Oh, okay, good.
Yeah.
And she just goes, and she's just like, and she kind of swears under her breath. She's like, I should have listened to Deli.
Can I do an insight check to see if this guy is lying?
He's
23.
He has no clue what happened to him or Deli. He's like, I promise, I have no idea what's happened.
Are they even part of the collectors? What is this?
I wasn't told much. I was merely given an identity and told to carry an object from Calabar to Port Gentile.
What object?
I don't know. I didn't look inside. I wasn't curious enough. Well, I was, but I couldn't get it open. It was a lockbox of some sort. I gave it to them there. I assumed they were part of the collectors, but I don't know. Please, I promise, I wasn't trying to hurt anyone by pretending to be a priest. I just wanted to start a new life, okay? I'm on the run. I'm in trouble with the law, but I wouldn't hurt anyone, I swear.
Oh, dang
we have a real toity situation here, don't we?
Yes, we do.
Yeah, and I think Anna, probably, I don't know, I don't want to speak for her, but she, Takely's just enraged. But
I'm
I think
okay, let's not so do that.
Takely kind of lets him go.
Look, I don't think he knows anything. I think we have to figure this out ourselves.
Why did lesser restoration work on him, but not Deli?
And, what's his face? Audrey, actually, do you want to make another Arcana check?
Please!
Now that you saw Father Fernando's condition? I think this would be something that you would figure out of the people here.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll probably give him a bardic. My last bardic, but
Don't you have
or
three?
can the cleric give him advantage at all? With Arcana, is he trained in it?
Good question. He is not.
Okay, then I'll give. Take the bardic.
I'll take the bardic.
No, take it.
This is
Yeah,
a
I said I
big
will.
deal.
Mhm.
Oh, okay.
I'm just trying to think if there's anything. I don't think there's. Yeah. I don't think there's anything that I could say that would help for advantage.
No, probably not. There's a chance that Audrey knows this. There's a chance he doesn't.
We'll just.
He does.
Okay, roll it.
Audrin.
Oh, wait.
Oh my goodness.
30.
Yes. 30. Okay,
30.
cool.
30.
Jordan!
30.
Audrin, you know exactly what this is. I'm not sure why. You can let me know if you just read it in a book or if you personally experienced it. It's what it was, at least in Father Fernando, was a slad egg. So slads are sladi are chaos frog beings, right?
Frogs again.
Yeah. That reproduce in the world by attacking people, and their claws have little eggs that get laid in in people when they attack them. And what probably happened is the cult that Father Fernando dropped off the thing at was not actually a collector's organization. It was a different chaos cult that worships these things and was like, we'll worship our mad frog overlords by impregnating this dude with a slat egg, and then it will burst through his body and eat him and go into the world to cause chaos. The thing is, with Deli, she ate the thing, but it's not growing in her in her body in the same way it would. It's growing wherever this weird chaos void dimension that she eats things goes, which is causing all sorts of weirdness to happen.
Okay.
So you're really not sure how to help Deli. Like, even with a 30, like, it's because Deli is such a unique being that no one knows what's going on here.
Can Deli eat like acid or something?
Give her some
Literally
Pepto-Bismol.
magic antacid. Yeah.
Can she just straight up eat acid to like kill this
Just
thing?
kill it, yeah.
Like poison?
I can't keep food down.
Yeah, that's actually the issue right now. I already said that. Yeah, Deli can't keep food or water down. She keeps vomiting it back up.
Acid is neither food nor water.
While true,
true.
it still does not help Deli's case.
Huh?
Well, swallow a few swords, stab it from the outside.
What about if we got a scroll of lesser restoration
And
she's
she
tried to swallow
swallowed
that?
Again, she can't really swallow things right now. She could make a roll to try to do so, though.
Just force it down her throat.
Exactly.
Well, right. But just because she can't keep it down doesn't mean it can't go down. Right?
Yes, sure. You could destroy Deli's esophagus by
Let's
cramming
let's
a
be fair,
scroll.
Caleb. Her
Okay, the
esophagus
sword
is
didn't destroy
destroyed.
her esophagus. I think
I
she'll be
know.
fine.
I know.
I've established that she can pretty much just eat whatever she wants.
Yes. But I've also established, not in this case.
Okay. Fine.
That's what I'm saying. I am in control of your magic MacGuffin, Seth, not you.
I
God.
I don't even know what it is.
Yeah.
I have an idea.
But yeah, you could
But-
try cramming a scroll of lesser restoration down her
You
throat.
have to have one though.
Yeah, we'd have to get a scroll of
Right,
lesser
which you don't have.
restoration
Yeah.
though.
And we don't know how long we have before this thing just like totally destroys her insides.
Audra knows one day.
Oh God.
Morning tomorrow, Deli will probably be dead if you don't fix this. Or something will happen. I don't know. Like, it's going to be bad either way.
Okay.
Or, I know, but you guys don't know.
You can bring me back afterwards.
God. Okay.
I can
So wait,
think
what?
of a-
So based on that Arcana check that Jordan made, what else does he know about like these frog things? Does he know anything else, or would that be a separate history check?
You could ask some questions if you'd like. Nothing else comes to mind to share necessarily for me, but they're beings that reside in some chaos plane somewhere and want to come into the world to spread chaos. They're humanoid-looking frog things.
Okay, question. Has anybody ever just opened Deli up to figure out
Like
I don't
just like
believe so.
perform surgery?
That was actually one of the things I was thinking.
like
Don't know what'll
perform
happen.
surgery as Benedict is constantly like healing or something?
I mean, like you're talking about like literally ripping her.
Not
did
ripping.
surgery
Well, so this is the
exist
thing.
in this
Carefully
time?
cutting.
With Benedict knows that if he didn't have lesser restoration, he could have, and he would have already succeeded on the medicine check required to cut out the egg.
Well, like Benedict's like healing so she doesn't die while we're operating.
Right. What I'm saying is he could attempt this.
Yeah. Look,
This is out of my hands entirely.
that's my thought. Is like, what if we open her up and find the plane in there to pull it out?
You can
If
try.
you can.
A classic C-section, if you will.
I've got
A D section for Delhi.
A dissection.
Uh,
Yes, Jordan.
of course, I'm the one with the revivify.
I've got some medicine that if we could figure out a way for her to take, we could put her under. And when I say medicine, I mean poison that'll knock her out.
Anna could just stunning strike her.
Yeah.
Okay, but she's still conscious for that. That's horrible.
She's been through worse.
And that only lasts for 6 seconds.
Anything you try to get
That's
Deli to
fair.
swallow, there's
Or
a
like
roll
the
involved.
See, but that's the thing. Poison doesn't have to be administered through the mouth.
That is very true.
That's true.
So we use the dagger with poison on it to open her up. So she goes
Sure.
under as we're opening her up.
Sure.
Or you just like stick it in a syringe somehow. Wait, Jordan, do you still have wait. We have remnants of do we still have remnants of the spider thing? No, we use those you use those to create the thing.
Yeah.
Right. Because I was like, those injected a poison.
But yeah, I mean, Audrin could Assassin's Creed the poison into you.
That's why I thought.
No, not Audrin doing it. Just have it on the tip of the dagger as Benedict cuts in.
I think you
We-
want to
we-
put her down first.
No, I mean, essentially, you're either going to get stabbed with the poison in a non-productive way or stabbed with the poison in a productive way.
Yeah, just how many holes do you want in you, Deli?
Zero holes in me, to be honest. But
I think
something's gonna have to happen.
this is a great idea.
It is certainly an
Here's the-
idea.
Here's the real question: whatever's in Delhi, do you really want it to be outside of Delhi?
I mean, the slot egg, yes.
Yes, that part, yes. But
But
the
that's
other
the thing
part-
is like, I don't really know if, like how we don't want you to die. And
Yeah,
if
no.
Audrin has basically said like, if we don't figure something out, Delhi is possibly going to die tomorrow, then I feel like this is a pretty good strategy, even if we are unleashing things that we
Agreed.
don't necessarily
Agreed.
want to unleash.
Right.
Yeah, I have no idea what's about to happen. No idea.
I think we should do some surgery.
I agree. It's the only thing I can think of.
My question is though, if we open up Deli's stomach, what else are we going to be releasing?
That is my
Right.
question.
But I mean, like, once again, I think we kind of have to take the chance so Deli doesn't die
Yeah.
or turn into a frog.
Audrin knows that's
Yeah.
not what's going to happen.
But like, it would
Well,
be
actually-
extremely bad.
Actually, Audrin doesn't. It wouldn't happen to Father Fernando. It might happen to Deli. Cool. Yeah. I mean, that sounds like what we're doing to me. So I'm going to roll a medicine check.
He still should have
For Benedict.
Bardic.
Yeah, he does. The question here is, what is his exact intent? Is it just he's trying to open up her stomach, basically, to let it out, to let whatever.
To at least like
would have existed at this time.
open up.
There's magic in this world.
Fair enough.
Like, I think at least to like, yeah, to just open up the stomach to see like, or wherever we assume her
I mean,
stomach
'cause I'm
is.
assuming
Because
has the
she's got to
egg actually
swallow
hatched?
things.
We don't know.
No one knows.
I don't think it
shouldn't
would
have.
have
It shouldn't have.
hatched because
Compare-
it didn't in Father Fernando.
Exactly. Yeah.
because
It
in
seemed
theory,
like their
right,
symptoms
he could
happened at the
open
same
them
time.
up and then cast Lesser Restoration, correct?
Inside. Yep. I guess.
Inside, right? Like in theory.
I mean,
I think we need to find where Deli's stomach is and just like cut it open to see what happens, because the magic items go in the esophagus and to the stomach, and from there we have no idea.
well,
So
we
I
think
we
it
need
goes to the stomach. She swallows it. It goes somewhere.
right. So, but that's what I'm saying. It's like the esophagus leads to the stomach. So if we open up the stomach, we should hopefully be able to figure out
Okay.
where
So
it's going or find the item.
Audrin, I want you to make an Arcana check to walk Benedict through the possibilities here, and because he can do the cutting, but to have any idea, like, not that Audra necessarily knows, but he might have some inkling that's going to be luckier than another.
Are there any other people who are Arcana trained that we could have grabbed from the Blue Nixie to be like,
No, but Lyrith has bardic inspirations, though.
Yeah, just like anybody who could be helpful from anyone in the ship.
I can check. Git.
We need a full OR staff.
Git has Arcana trained. And he's a connoisseur of weird things.
Yes, Git needs to come over here.
Let's have Git just like step over and cock his head and look. And I'll I think
Operation Git Help.
Exactly. Audrey, I'm gonna have you give advantage. I'm gonna have you give advantage to Git. Because you've kind of run out of answers yourself for what's happening right here, but Git, I feel, has more experience in the world than you and might have an idea of what's going on. So we'll have you help him.
Okay.
Let's go ahead and roll. And he has a bardic that he can use if he needs to. 21, bardic is gonna matter here.
It's
23 is pretty good, but this is something super weird. Okay.
It's a shame I couldn't roll.
I know, yeah. He doesn't have as good a role as you, but he has a wider context than you do. I'm going through a couple of different ideas in my head right now. I'm going to have him roll a medicine check first. We'll see how well he does. 22, nice.
He has the bardic. He might as well use it at this point because
it's
probably the tail end.
23 is the same thing. Okay. With the 23 medicine, he's cutting. He's cutting into the stomach. Now, we do have to figure this out. There are a couple of ideas here, right? The two that come to mind immediately are Deli's stomach is a black hole that is basically going to function like a portable hole going inside of a bag of holding when it's cut open, and everything will be sucked into the astral plane. That's one idea. The other idea is Deli's stomach acid is the thing that breaks down these things and converts them into magical energy.
Ooh.
Which of those is most interesting to us?
I like the second idea. My original idea was that I had swallowed something and like it was just like it was kind of like a black hole that was in there. The first one doesn't make as much sense to me because if it was cutting into it, it would have happened with like a sword.
Probably, right, exactly, yeah. If you ever got your stomach lining pierced, yeah.
I like the idea of her stomach acid is like this arcane ichor that's like doing some weird thing in there.
Arcane ichor, magic metabolism.
So that's what happens. You guys cut this open, and basically Benedict's knife, his scalpel, just like gets dissolved, right? And he drops it, and it just literally just gets dissolved into Deli's stomach acid, like almost instantaneously.
You cut open the stomach too? Like,
yeah, that's what he did. And so he's just like, well, okay, I suppose we know what happened to the egg, but I don't know what to do to get it out. If this is how it works, then that means she already absorbed it. That's bad.
I know how to fix this.
Yes, Jordan?
Oh, go ahead.
We have to make Deli use her magic to wild magic it out.
This has never gone well.
I know.
We've tried this multiple times and it has not gone well.
Okay.
But here's the thing. Go ahead.
I have another idea that I really don't want to do, but could also possibly save Deli. If I stick my periaptive wound closure in her stomach. Because it's like a healing, stabilizing magic item. I'd prefer not to give that up, but if it saves Deli, it saves Deli.
What other items do you have? You could pour what? Okay.
I'm gonna have Git make another Arcana with advantage. 17, not super great. Can we see Lyrith give him another bardic?
Yeah. I mean, she's got 2, right?
Perfect. I think 21 is good enough for him to look at you. Get says, won't work when you suggest it, Anna.
Oh, it won't work.
Yeah, he's like, wrong type of magic.
Okay.
What type do we need?
So he points to like Benedict's hand, which is when he laid it on Father Fernando, he did the Lesser Restoration. Basically, he's implying general healingness or wound closure isn't going to be enough. It has to be something specifically designed. So a scroll of Lesser Restoration might work. But something more like specifically designed to combat like weird magical diseases or curses is what you need to
Remove
do.
curse.
So a scroll of like remove.
A scroll of
curse.
remove curse or remove disease or Lesser
have
Restoration
that,
or whatever it is.
though.
I have the scrolls of gentle repose, but I don't
Again,
think that would help.
not close enough, right?
Yeah.
It'll heal her hit points, but that's not what she needs, right?
We don't have a way to make a scroll, though, do we?
No.
That's the problem. I mean, do we
Yeah.
actually? You have to
I
have
don't.
ink. No.
I don't think so. I think it takes too long.
Question. Would Avner have random scrolls and stuff that he brought to protect himself?
No, I don't think so. Also, by the way, when I forgot to do this, but this can happen right now because it's perfect. You guys are probably in like maybe Audrin's quarters, right? Have Dilly on his bed, like operating and stuff, and Avner like knocks on the door. Captain, I need to talk to you about something, and then doesn't wait for the response, and then opens up the door and just sees that you're like cutting into Deli's stomach lining, and he's just like, "What are you doing, you monsters? You're
Takewee's
killing
gonna
her."
go take care of that.
What do you do?
Yeah, I mean, like Takewee would immediately like kind of shove him out the door and then like close it, and then
They're killing her. They're killing someone in there.
no, and Takewee's just gonna be like, Abner, listen, we're doing surgery on Deli.
That's not what it looked. You don't cut into someone's. That's just, no.
That's exactly how surgery works. You cut into somebody.
Don't we have magic for these kinds of things?
Yes, but Deli is weird. You know that.
I do know that, but fine. And then he just like shudders.
I'd probably be like, Avner, do you have anything magical?
If he was in his right mind, he would like look at you suavely and say, "My good looks," but he's not. So,
with like a healing potion, no healing potion or anything like that wouldn't work. That's not close.
He just shakes his head and then like walks away.
No,
Still very grossed out.
Okay. Would
is he like gonna go off and like start like spreading like rumors and stuff, or like is he just gonna walk away and like be quiet?
Make a persuasion or intimidation check.
Do we really care if he spreads rumors? Like these people can then see if like what we're doing to Deli. Like, I don't think I really care what this guy says, right?
I mean, I just don't want like a panic to come over the ship, right? Like that's really the thing. And then I also want Abner just to like not cause any more trouble for us.
Guys, I have an idea. What components are necessary? Dang it. Lesser restoration's only verbal and somatic.
I don't think it matters if I do persuasion or intimidation. They're the same. So I'll just, it sounded more persuasion-y to me, right? I'm just trying to be like, we're just doing surgery. Like just get out of our way.
Yeah, I said I gave you the option because you also just like pushed him out too. So yeah,
right. Yeah.
On the edge.
Okay.
Nice. Yeah, 22. Yeah, he's very grossed out by this, but he's like, "Oh wait, whatever. I don't want to get involved."
Whatever you got to do. Okay, sure. Talk to Audrin later.
Yeah.
I have an idea of something. I don't know.
Look at me doing good on persuasion rolls.
Okay.
We're so
okay. I have an idea. It's not quite the same, but I have an idea. Here's the thing. None of us would technically know this because it's a 5th level abjuration spell. But one of the components for greater restoration is diamond dust. Deli has 300 GP worth of diamonds. I don't know if that would do anything, but she has it.
Yeah.
I don't know if you know that either. That's what I was looking like. If lesser restoration had spell components, the way we played it out before, she uses those components by eating them and later using them. Her stomach is essentially her spell component pouch.
Right.
I do have a question.
Mhm.
So the scalpel or whatever knife he was using to cut into Deli, that disintegrated and basically was absorbed by the stomach, right?
Mhm.
So would that work with spells? Like if somebody
Casting a spell.
if somebody cast a spell while Dilly was cut open on on her stomach, on the inside of her stomach, that was
It's
able
going to
to
do as much as it would do if just normally casting a spell on Deli.
Okay.
Question.
Mhm.
Can Benedict roll for divine intervention?
I don't think he has that ability yet.
I thought you get that at like level
I'll check,
2.
but I don't remember seeing it. Again,
Restoration
he's only a
tou-
level 5.
I will say this: this would be a horrible idea, but lesser restoration is a touch spell. Do not touch the stomach acid that dissolved a sword or a dagger or whatever.
Yeah, he doesn't have divine intervention yet.
Oh, it's beginning at 10th level. Dang.
Yeah, I thought it was higher than that.
Mhm.
Well, I think the solution then is like trying to get Deli to somehow cast magic.
You tell her that? I mean, Deli's still like... Oh, I guess she's not conscious right now.
Healer.
I have
Yeah,
a question.
healer, wait for her to get back.
What exactly is it that Jordan did on me? What is it that what was it, this poison?
I think it
Poison
just
that
makes you
knocks
go
people out.
unconscious.
Yeah.
Where would I go in unconscious? Would my mind maybe go spend some time
Nah.
with Madoc?
I don't think so.
It
I
was
think what's
worth a shot.
I think what's happening to you is cutting you off from a lot of things. So
Ah.
no god Deus Ex Machina for you.
Oh, writing a scroll can take up to a day.
Yeah, that's what I assumed. I honestly, I think the two viable options here that I'm hearing are either trying to get Deli to just like go wild again, or trying to like crush up a bunch of diamonds and feed her the...
Would you even know that? Would they even know that?
Someone would have to
'Cause
make an Arcana check, but
because Greater Restoration is a 5th level spell, which we don't have access to.
yeah, it'd be an Arcana
And-
check.
I feel like that's something me or Benedict could have seen at the monastery
Right,
before.
exactly. Benedict does not have a good Arcana though. He has
I don't either.
He has an 8 intelligence, so
Would that be something either of them would mention to Audrin and Git?
sure. I mean, if you're just brainstorming and troubleshooting ideas,
I mean, we'd probably be like, if we had a greater restoration, like that would be great, but we don't have anybody who can do that.
maybe Anna says, "Oh, if we had someone who could cast this particular spell, it would be great." And then Benedict's like, "Well,
why isn't Father Valentine here?"
Right, and then
we
Benedict
don't even have diamond
exactly.
dust or
Yeah,
whatever.
Benedict was like, "Yeah, but we don't even have
Yeah.
diamonds, so that it wouldn't make a difference."
I'm pretty sure you guys know I have diamonds.
But yeah, probably Takeaway at least would know that Deli has diamonds.
Yeah.
I have 300 GP worth of diamonds and it only takes 100.
Okay. I mean, so we do you need to make that Arcana check to know that, or do we just like know that diamonds?
Someone would have to make an Arcana check to know to realize that this would be a good connection. In I guess maybe not. If it's literally just like, we know about Greater Restoration, we know it costs diamonds, we know Deli has diamonds. There's probably not a roll.
Okay. Takely will go into her bag and like be like, "You mean like this?" Diamond dust. She's just like,
yeah. Crystal meth? No.
No, I have
Diamond meth.
I have diamonds. I don't have diamond dust. You have to make it to dust.
Yeah, you have to crush
Okay.
the diamonds somehow. Or you could just try to feed her the diamonds whole and see if that works. Shove a diamond in her stomach lining.
I'll say that does make a difference though. Diamonds are diamond dust though,
Yeah,
correct? Like
it does.
in like
Wait,
spells.
I'm looking this
so-
up. Diamonds versus diamond dust.
It doesn't in terms of spell components, but
I mean, doesn't we have a magic hammer?
Twinkle, twinkle,
Yeah.
little belly, please take this stone and please heal Deli. Take this stone and please heal Deli.
So
There
can
it
I
is.
just like
Oh.
use my magical hammer to like crush up some diamonds?
I looked this up, and apparently people are saying they're hard but not strong, so you could easily turn it into diamond dust.
especially with the magical hammer, I'm assuming.
Yeah, I think that's fine.
I'm just going to mark this off as I now only have 200 GP worth of diamond discs, depending on how many you have to use.
So you're just like pouring it into her stomach?
What else are you going to do?
I guess,
Yep.
I mean, like we're just trying to think of
Yep.
ideas, and like if it
Pouring
doesn't
it
work,
into her
then
stomach
okay.
as I pray to Dragonborn Jesus.
Mm-hmm.
It's a spell component of Greater Restoration.
Okay, Benedict pours it in fine. Like there's no complications with like other medical things. Deli, make a luck save. This won't be minus.
Still. 17.
17. Yeah, I think it's too far away from being the right thing to just heal her. But let's say that Deli comes out of unconsciousness.
Well, I would still be unconscious. That wouldn't necessarily bring me back, would it? Out of consciousness?
Well, so mainly what I was saying, I think you go to like -5 on all attributes.
Mhm.
Basically.
So it's more like a band-aid rather than like a
Yeah,
actual
exactly.
fix.
Do we just do 100 more worth of diamond dust? That fixed her halfway.
I mean, would you know if that would do enough?
You could try it.
I'm not using the only thing I'm using diamonds for. I will say though, the thing I have diamonds for is Revivify. And we now actually, you know what? Doesn't matter. We're out of Revivify range. It requires 300
Right.
GP worth of diamonds. So if you wanted to try more,
I just don't know, like from what Caleb is saying, it basically doesn't sound like that's what we need to do.
Doesn't
Yeah,
seem like it to you
basically.
guys. I don't think.
Like it's just not.
Because
I
like
think we've-
you know, it's clever. It almost makes sense. The issue is normally how this works for Deli is she eats the spell components and then can use it for spell components for an actual spell she has to cast. So just doing this isn't going to make the spell happen to her, right?
Mhm.
So it seems to like do something helpful, but it's not enough.
So would we know that because of this, though, that maybe she has more than just one day? Or is she still going to die in a day?
Greater
I think
Restoration is a druid spell.
I think she's still going to die in a day. Like it's still going to happen to her in a day. She just has more wherewithal until then, right? She's
Did you already do +5 to everything?
yeah, I did.
Okay, yeah, it is. Okay.
So
I'm just
then
mostly incompetent.
our only option would be
Surging.
yeah.
I think that's where you are.
Which she might just kind of do as a natural, like,
Defense mechanism.
yeah.
I like the idea of you guys like waiting for a little while. She comes back to consciousness, right? You know, you've healed her
sew me up.
stomach back up. Yeah, exactly. And you're, you know, have more wherewithal. You're just kind of stupid now, Deli.
Hickory, what happened?
Deli, you ate something.
I always eat things.
No, but you ate something really bad. You ate an egg. Yes?
Oh, that
She probably says, "Oh, that," and just like swears.
I knew that wasn't right.
Yeah, it's a frog beast that's basically, well, it disintegrated into your stomach and it's
Oh,
taking over your body.
oh,
We think the egg is gone. Your stomach dissolved it.
oh.
We
Okay.
kind of, cut open into your stomach.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
you look down and there's like a little like thin scar.
I mean, is there though? Because magic.
There is
Maybe
because hand
Because magic.
wavium
Yes.
looks
Oh.
cool.
what was it like in there? I've always wondered.
It's not really important right now, Deli. What's important is that, unfortunately, we don't have much time. And I think you're the only person who can save yourself at this point.
Yeah, that's usually how it goes.
And
What do I
Benedict
need to do?
Benedict says, "We did everything that we could, Deli, but I think Takui is right. The rest is up to you.
So, what do I do?
Well, Audrin had an idea. It's very turns.
Audrin?
The way that we got here is that your stomach was able to ingest the egg and it's kind of spread into your body, right? And it's the same way that you use spells.
Mm-hmm.
So if you expend magic and if you expend your spells, well, one, there might be a chance in that pool of magic that you use something that can save yourself. And it's also possible, as a second theory, that if you just expel all the magic that's in you right now, that it might just kind of hack it all up. But we don't know for sure either way.
Well, I might as well try.
Either way, let's have you do this out on the rowboat.
Yeah.
Out on the
Maybe
rowboat or like on land?
The rowboat, because I mean, what if she just what if she does something to release the djinn? Then we can use the wish
And we
to
can use
save
the
her.
wish to save her.
Also
yeah.
true. Also true.
exactly.
Okay, sounds good. So Deli, if you try to do this,
Mm-hmm.
you surge.
I have a question.
Go ahead.
I have the Orange of Madoc. Could I use the Orange of Madoc to try and no, this is religion checks. Okay.
Yeah.
I knew it gave me advantage on something. Could I we talked before about being able to use an Arcana check to try and kind of resist the going wild. Could I potentially use it to try and like channel the wildness like we had done before when I was trying to get rid of the fatness? Like do an Arcana check to go wild and specifically push it out.
Right. I guess. Yeah.
I mean, I might as well try.
Mm-hmm.
Here's the other question. How many? So it takes at least two charges to use a spell slot. So I have 3 attempts at this. So I go out on the rowboat. I guess I'll Arcana check, and then depending on what his roll for wild magic.
Go ahead and do Arcana.
Can I? Oh, I can guidance myself, can't I? Because I'm
Sure.
conscious enough. Okay, so I get to.
I'm trained in Arcana, so does that help? Can I help?
I don't.
Are you out in the
that-
rowboat with her?
I mean,
I don't know if it makes sense for Audrin to help me with this.
Yeah. This is a pretty
Fair.
Deli specific thing. It's like,
yeah.
And all the bardics are gone, so this is just me. So let's hope for a crit.
Ask and you shall receive.
You know what? I'm rolling the d4. That's only a one. No,
amazing. That I don't think that was a real roll.
No, I don't think it was a real roll either. 4! 26!
Oh
my gosh.
I rolled that!
Oh my word!
Remind me again what this was before. What you were trying to?
Yeah, I was trying to, because we talked before about, because we talked before when I went to Madoc, he said I could concentrate to try and control the wild surge when it happened.
Yeah. So
I was like, okay, if I can do that, maybe I can control the wild surge to try and specifically expel whatever this garbage I ingested is out of me. So it was an Arcana check to see if I could wild surge specifically that part out of me.
So this is what happens, Deli.
I literally could not have rolled better.
You wild surge 26 times.
What? This is bad.
We're gonna go ahead.
Oh my god.
You wild surge more than you have ever wild surged in your entire life, right? And Deli kind of goes in knowing this is gonna happen. Like as soon as you start to feel the power surge within you, you know that. So it's literally like having the flu, right? You need to vomit it all out. And once you do, you're gonna feel a lot better. But it's gonna be a very intense process the blood vessels in around your eyes are gonna pop. Like it's gonna be very intense. And so you just start to start to try to channel this, and it just comes out faster than you've ever felt it before, and in such a powerful wave that after this is over, you might even be like non-wild for a little while, like as it recharges or something. Like you're basically vomiting up all chaos, all built up charges of chaos that you have in any cell of your body. We're gonna go ahead and roll this.
Oh my god.
Okay.
There's a potential that I also just die here.
What's 1,505 on the table, Caleb?
Okay, I have a quick question.
He gets cancer.
I have a quick question. Wait, I have a quick question. Would we have assumed, since we know this is potentially bad, that Anna would have let me borrow the periaptive wound closure?
You have to attune to it, don't you?
Oh, is it an attunement item?
I think it is.
It is, and
Oh, then it would not have
also is one of your surges that
one of the surges is fireball.
Yeah.
I don't think we know if there's a surge that will do bad things to magic items.
Yeah, I'm just kind of like,
the thing is, if it's an attunement item, it doesn't matter.
if you die, we'll bring you back. Like we didn't know that you were going to surge 26 times in a row. How could we have predicted that?
Yeah.
Like I think what we would have probably thought is you surge once you fireball, then we'll like send Benedict out to heal you.
Yeah.
Or take
Okay,
we.
All right, let's do this in order. All right, so first
95 twice. Wait, I gotta pull this up because
That's crazy. 95 twice. You also got 2 20s.
2 50s.
There's a whole bunch of different things.
2 45s.
So the first thing that happens in your 26 different wild magic surges.
I'm gonna list all the 26 surges in my character sheet just because I'm.
Yeah. First, for the 295s, you cast darkness centered on yourself twice. So none of the rest of the party is seeing anything that's happening. So suddenly there's just like a sphere of darkness on this rowboat behind the ship. And yeah, 295s, a 41. Let's take a look. Everybody in a 20-foot radius around you becomes vulnerable to necrotic damage, and plants in the area instantly die in your presence for the next minute. That doesn't really matter. 63. A 3rd level fireball goes off at your feet.
Of course. I'm resistant to it though, so.
Yeah. Let's see.
Oh no, there's another one of those.
66 things. 19 fire damage.
So 9.
Well, also, don't you roll a dex save?
Oh yeah.
Oh.
So 4.
Like 4, yeah.
4 damage isn't bad.
Yeah, not at all. Let's see.
We just saw the sunseep fire come out of the
Yeah, exactly. 63, 84. It begins to literally rain cats and dogs, causing any creature not under cover to take 1d6 bludgeoning or slashing damage from having a dog or cat fall on them. This does not specify a radius, so it's just like all around. There's dogs and cats that just start falling from the sky.
So 1d4
and landing on people.
I probably start
all over the world or just around.
No,
here?
like in a general, like in the same radius a normal rain would happen, right? Centered on Delhi, I assume.
Can I make some sort of roll to run and like try and rescue the animals?
They can swim.
I think these are magical animals that are just gonna like dissolve once.
Okay.
We're gonna.
Okay, good, because I didn't want to have to explain to the crew why we are not keeping 20 cats and 20 dogs on this ship.
Deli would not take that well.
I'm not particularly interested in just having like messes of roadkill to clean up off the ship once this is done. That seems awful.
No, but here's the thing. I'm super fast, so I'd be able to catch them all, right?
No.
I just imagine that they're falling gently. It's just that whenever they land on when they land on you, they're scratching you because they're freaking out.
Well, I rolled a 1 for the damage, so.
Yeah, I mean, everybody gets a 1d6 damage, but it doesn't matter. So, you know,
it was 1d6.
It's just a cat.
Okay, what's next?
All right, what was that? Is that 84?
14.
Yeah, okay. 14. Black tendrils shoot from your body, hitting everyone within 30 feet of you, dealing 1d10 necrotic damage and restoring health equal to the amount of damage done. So we just see black tendrils come out of this sphere of darkness.
How's the Jinn doing?
He's just watching, but no one can see him because darkness.
So how much is it? 1d10?
1d10, yep.
I'm just like, is he taking damage?
You guys can't tell because you can't see.
So I go back to full.
Yeah, that's fair.
58. 1d12 good berries grow from your hair
Ooh.
or your dragon scale tendril
God,
things.
please let
in this
one
case.
of these be something that's gonna like actually.
Well,
What
it
if you
sounds like
eat
this will
some
help.
good berries? Good berries are healing
Are good.
magical.
Yeah. Wait, what was that? 58? Did I just read? Yeah. Can someone keep track of where I am for me?
Yeah.
I'm writing down all the surges.
Cool. 20. Spells ricochet off target to random creature within 30 feet until the start of next turn. Okay. I don't know if this matters, but I guess anything centered on you is going to be centered on him and the Harpo instead, the little fish dude.
That's okay.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, I don't think it's going to matter, but
Well, unless it's a remove curse.
yeah. 99.
Actually, no, that'll be fine. I'll be fine. We'll see.
Shadows envelop your body. You have advantage on stealth checks, and enemies have disadvantage on perception checks to notice you. 92. You cast Fire Shield on yourself. 64. A flood of water originates from your location and maintains a height of 3 feet, creating difficult terrain. So I guess suddenly the boat is like up on the ocean higher than it was, but it's still in the darkness. You guys can't really tell. Yeah. This is all less dramatic when you can't actually see what's going on.
How long does the darkness? No, it's more dramatic because they don't know what's happening.
Exactly.
How long does the darkness last?
I mean, this is all happening within a moment, so it doesn't even matter.
Oh, I know, but how long does darkness last in general?
Is it like 10 minutes?
10 minutes or something? Or a minute?
Okay.
One of those?
Let's see.
Anyway, so flood of water. Yeah. Next one.
Another 20, which was whatever.
Spells ricochet off me. I think
spells ricochet. 83. Your shadow detaches from your body and becomes a shadow demon under your control until it is destroyed or you take a long rest, at which point it reattaches itself to you. Now we're getting into stuff that might be helpful.
Shadow demon.
So, Deli, yeah, your shadow peels off of you.
Well, everything's
can't see
a shadow
right
right
now.
now.
Yeah,
exactly.
No.
55. You cast gaseous form on yourself. It does not count as a concentration spell and lasts for 1 minute. You cannot end the spell voluntarily. So Deli becomes a mist along with her shadow.
Would Harpo actually become a mist?
Oh, that's true. It would be.
But then this would.
No, because the shadow detaching is just an effect, not an actual spell cast.
Well, to be. Oh yeah, yeah.
Right?
You're right.
So the gaseous form is a spell cast.
Harpo gets turned into gaseous form. I wonder if that does anything to the. Probably wouldn't be that simple. I guess his gas is just kind of.
I mean, gaseous form is a pretty high level spell, right?
I don't think so.
Oh, is it not?
Rosalia,
you look it up. I'm writing stuff down.
Like right away.
We'll keep going. We can figure it out later. Yeah. I'm writing all of this spell effects down.
It's 3rd level, but. Okay.
55 next?
55's next? No, we just did 55. 10.
Okay.
For the next minute, any attempt to speak becomes impossible to understand animal growls of various species. Spells involving verbal components automatically fail.
That's fine. All right, that's normal for Deli anyway.
63. A 3rd level fireball goes off of your feet. 22. Make a dex save.
But hey, Harpo has a fire shield on him now, so that's exciting.
I fail, so that's 11 damage.
Okay. 87. You become very magnetic. All creatures within a 30-foot radius of you must make a DC 15 strength check or lose their weapons as it flies towards you, dealing 1d6 damage for each weapon. That doesn't matter. There's not really any weapons that anyone else is carrying. 49. You cast silence.
So probably dark and quiet.
Is that
this is
verbal
all happening
component?
at once?
Does that have a verbal component? Because you can't speak right now, so you can't.
Well, I'm not really
spells.
casting it. It's a surge. So would it matter?
I suppose.
Silence has a verbal component if it matters.
And based on the thing where it's not him doing it, would it make a Harpo cast silence?
Well,
Or does he
can't
just cast silence on
He
Harpo?
casts silence on Harpo. Which, yeah, again, doesn't really do much different.
I would say since it's a surge, it doesn't make sense that I'm necessarily casting it.
You teleport 30 feet to a point you can see, leaving
I can't
behind
see
a
anything.
perfect statue of yourself made of wood.
So Harpo does that.
No, that's not a spell. It just happens.
Oh.
Well, here's the thing. I can't see anything.
You can see, leaving behind a perfect statue of yourself made of wood. I feel like this would be the thing that would actually solve it, though.
Well, no, here's the thing, though. If this is all happening at once,
the thing in the wood, right?
Here's the thing. Actually, this makes sense. If this is all happening at once, I would technically be seeing right above me, and then it all happens. Because we're thinking about this currently in order, but all this is happening at once. So if all this is really happening at once,
true.
Yeah.
Did you see this giant explosion of magic?
I mean, yes, that's 100% what happens, right? Deli, yeah, I think you just like teleport into the air and leave a wood carving of yourself in the rowboat, and then like fall back down to the rowboat.
Well, let's keep going.
Yeah. What was that one? 45?
97.
Yep. So 97's next. A non-harmful tornado forms under you, lifting you 30 feet in the air.
There you go.
Deli,
You're not falling.
Avatar state. It rises into the air.
And then Audrey can come grab me.
50. A loud boom of thunder centers on the druid, and every creature within 15 feet must make a DC 14 Constitution saving throw. Be deafened for 1 minute. Doesn't matter. You're out of range at this point from everybody else anyway. And even if Harpo does get deafened, it doesn't matter.
So I go like boom.
Yep.
Launched in the air.
34. You become afraid of fire for the next day. 50.
That makes sense.
I can't blame you after the 2 fireballs.
Does that include Takui?
I guess so. Yeah, you're afraid of fire. It's just fire.
It's for a day.
Yeah, another loud boom happens. 72. For 1 minute, any non-magical metal you touch begins to corrode.
Okay.
45.
For how long?
A minute.
You you do the teleport thing again, leaving a perfect statue.
So I leave 2 of them.
Yep. And 20.
Which
spells ricochet off target to random creature within 30 feet until start of next turn. So, yeah, we see this horrible explosion of a bunch of magic, darkness. Deli rises into the air on a tornado, leaves behind 2 wooden statues.
I'm 90 feet in the air at this point.
Yeah.
Unless it's happening. No, because I would leave just 2 statues.
It would be 2 statues, and you can teleport where you can see, which isn't necessarily up. You can see somewhere else. You don't have to teleport up.
Yeah.
But I was like, the idea was like I was laying down in the boat.
I think like for narrative purposes, let's just say that Deli is like just rising straight up in the air with this tornado and then like, yeah, leaving behind these wooden cast-offs. So I think we literally just see Deli just like leave behind these wooden cast-offs of herself as she is basically shedding her body of all chaos. And it's just like, it's falling off of her, becoming these weird statues of herself that plop into the water and sink to the bottom of the ocean. And when you're done with it, Deli, you just like drop and
does anyone catch me?
Plop into the water.
Would anyone catch me? Because that's 90 feet falling damage.
Yeah, I mean, Audrin's probably monitoring,
Sure.
and if he notices Deli falling, he's going to go try to save her.
Yeah, you managed to swoop in and catch her. And Deli,
are you wearing anything
as you're
metal?
avoiding the cats and dogs, coming down?
Oh yeah.
Are you wearing metal armor?
Me?
Yeah.
Because
Because if I touch you, I corrode it.
Non-magical.
Well, yeah,
I'm wearing magical armor. I think.
Okay, that doesn't matter.
Yeah, so Audrin swoops in and catches you, and Deli, you're unconscious. But we kind of just like hard cut from that scene there, right? Just like watching the like weird destruction. The darkness finally dissipates, and we just see Harpo like still as a gas, but then he just like randomly solidifies and plops back down in the boat. And he says, "That was interesting." And we just like hard cut. And we wake up, we like come back, and Deli is waking up from this.
Would
and
this be the next day?
Sure. Yeah, I think that makes sense. Okay. Deli's fine. She's back to normal. This thing has gone away. But I think for the next little while here, you're not going to have any access to wild stuff, as it has to kind of slowly regain its power.
I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
Is Deli hungry?
Yes. Very, very hungry.
Can't do anything about it right now.
All right, for the next 2 days, you will have no access to any wild stuff.
Well, that's all my magic. So I have no access to anything.
Yeah, for the next
right
2
now.
days. Yep. But also, Deli, as a side effect, you're no longer fat.
Yes, I was gonna say. And here's the thing: would my one curse be gone from eating?
I think so. Yep. I think it's all. You've done a little bit of a cleanse. Yeah, a cleanse of your body. Yeah.
From now on, only organic magic items for you, young lady.
No, seriously. And Takeway, Deli's gonna turn to Takeway and say,
Takeway, I'm gonna be very careful with what I eat from now on.
Also, fire!
no, because it's the next day.
It's the next day, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and we've already established that Takeway's hair isn't like
not
fire
actually
unless
fire,
she's
yeah.
raging.
Which honestly, I think in actual Genasi physiology must mean that Takeway has some non-Genasi blood, because it is typically literally fire that is on people's heads.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Okay, so my speed is back up to 30. Caleb, want to fix my stats just so we're not both
Yes,
going
yes,
at
yes.
it.
Just we don't forget.
I'm fixing my speed.
Well, I can't fix it if you go off the...
Oh, sorry. Go ahead. I forgot that we both look at the same page.
Yep. Yeah, there's some character sheets on Roll20 that don't work that way, but...
Well, that was crazy.
Yep. And one of the things I love about doing it that way with Deli, whenever we've had this sort of thing, is I just want to be like, no, you can't just make a roll to fix it. You have to go do a bunch of wild surges. And if one of them happens to make sense to do something here.
And it made sense both like with one of the surges and with the fact that I literally crit on my Arcana check.
Yeah. Yeah. I like it. I think it's really cool. Yeah. So I think we probably just
well, Takeway's going to go
finish there.
take Father Fernando.
Right. That's probably the last thing we need to
probably
wrap
bring
up.
him over to the Blue Nixie and shove him down at Lavinia and be like, well, he's not who he says he is. What do you want us to do with him?
Yeah, and you guys know that now that his real name is Conrad Horsecroft.
That's such a dumb name.
I know.
He's not a priest, and he tried to make me feel bad about my religion.
Conrad Horsecrap. Got it.
Yeah. And Lavinia is her eyes widen. She's like, I knew something was going on over there, but Conrad, why did you do this? Why did you lie to us? I'm perfectly willing to help anyone who wants to start a new life. You didn't have to lie. And Conrad just says, listen, Lady Vanderboren, I was in trouble with the law. I wasn't sure if you would just turn me in or not. I'm sorry. Please, I'm at your mercy. Just do whatever you want. Whatever you feel is best.
Throw him overboard. No, I'm
Takeway,
kidding.
you can tell that he's definitely playing up the flattery. He's probably not as sincere as, but it's not like he's lying per se. It's not like he has some other trick up his sleeve and he's going to do something bad. He really does. He really is at Lavinia's mercy right now. He's just trying to play up the please have mercy. Oh, great noble woman.
I'm trying to start. I mean, I'm sure he is trying to start a new life, but what he's going to do with that life, is he still going to do with the sneaky stuff he was doing before? Probably, right?
So I think that's what Lavinia asks him. She says, what did you do to be in trouble with the law, Conrad? And he kind of twitches a little bit and says, "I was a scam artist, my lady.
Oh.
Well, this new identity thing, it's not a new thing for me. It's kind of what I did. And, well, my plan was to scam the people of Far Shore and live a comfortable, cozy life as a priest. But now, I guess I'll do whatever you want me to." She looks at you, Takui. What do you think? We could just drop him off the next port.
Yeah, Takui kind of like sighs.
I don't particularly feel like being a judge and jury for a crime I didn't even see be committed. Referring to whatever he was running away from the law from
Right,
in the first
right.
place. And certainly the only thing, and certainly what he did impersonating this Father Fernando character isn't worthy of death.
Yeah, I think Takui nods and she just says, well, I think the issue I'm having, Lavinia, is the lack of, and then she kind of looks at him and just says, remorse. Obviously, he doesn't deserve death, but he definitely does not deserve. I
Freedom.
don't want to just, yeah, I think that's what Takui kind of says. Not like to be like a slave or something like that, because like, you know, Takui's definitely against that.
Right, of course.
But just like, I don't know. She's kind of like puzzled. Like, do we keep him as like, you owe us your life now kind of a thing? And like, you need to do better. And like, we're going to try to teach you a lesson. Or do we cast him off then the next port and just be like, take this. I think
would I be there to weigh in at all, or is this just you? Okay.
No, you can be there.
I would just say, if we just cast him off into the next port, then all he's going to do is continue being a scam artist, because what other option does he have? If we allow him to come with us to Far Shore, we can help him build a new honest life, and he can be a productive member of society.
Yeah, Takui was going to say that, or we say, we're casting you off, and like, just so you know, like, we're going to be like, yeah, I like the first option better. I was going to say, like, you know, hey, take this chance of grace you have to make yourself better, but we can do that while keeping tabs
having more accountability for him.
Yeah.
And he's not really in a position to say otherwise, so he's just like, very gracious, very merciful. I am in your debt.
What if you
go ahead, Bird.
What if you taught him how to work for a comfortable life? Like, he wants a comfortable life, so teach him how to earn it, or like give him a chance to have that comfortable life, but it has to be something that he works for and earns.
Yeah. Well, he's definitely going to have to start keeping his. He's definitely going to start becoming part of the crew now to earn his wage.
Right. He's gonna have to help around. He doesn't just get a free ride. Cool. Yeah. So he's probably like the guy who gets the dirty jobs, having to mop the, swab the deck.
Is this why he was so, quote, self-conscious about his darn nose?
I mean,
or his ears or whatever it was.
Because they're fake.
No, they aren't fake.
Okay.
It's literally that was actually genuine Conrad Horscroft. He's very self-conscious about it.
What if we said that out loud and we're like, oh, were your ears fake the whole time? That's why they're so big? And he's just like,
no.
Why do you think I got into making disguises in the first place?
That's amazing.
I'm assuming we have like a cook or something like that, or like.
Oh yeah, I guess
are we
usually there would be a cook on something like this.
Or right?
Probably. I don't know. Does anyone have like cooking tools, or I don't know if
I
that's
don't.
actually
think I have. I mean, my Deli's whole thing is her spoon and wok is her weapon.
Right. Is Deli the cook of the?
I mean, what
That
is?
makes
I mean,
sense.
what? Give me a second. I don't. I have tool proficiencies in just herbalism kit, not actual like cooking.
You're
Which doesn't make
right.
sense.
I'm
if
pretty
you
sure
got
that's
it,
an
but-
actual thing that you'd have to have.
Yeah, I'm just wondering like if we could like train him up to like actually like have a skill kind of a thing.
So in terms of his actual like character sheet here,
Yeah.
I just used this. I think it was the scout.
Mhm.
Maybe I'm not sure at this point. I renamed it. But he has several skills. He's basically a rogue, right? He has
Right.
deception, insight, investigation, perception, persuasion, sleight of hand, and stealth at a reasonable bonus. He also has a dagger and a hand crossbow.
Okay.
So he's like, this is what I'm good at, being a thief.
Yeah.
I feel like probably at first just giving him like dirty jobs to do, like swabbing the deck and
Mhm.
washing things and stuff, probably makes the most
Right.
sense.
Like just like
Just
I
to
just want to
humble him
like
a bit.
humble him.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Can I just make like do we need to like do like a check or something like that to see like if it's actually working or if he's just gonna
We'll
like
probably have to
backstab
do that
us
in
at the next
We'll do it in the future, I
like-
think. For now, we can just kind of leave it there and we can see how
Okay.
it's going when we pick up with it. Yeah, cool. Yeah, that's fun.
Then
Fun with me.
Takeaway's
Fine
just
with me.
like, okay, Lavinia, he'll be under our watch.
She nods. All right, I trust that you'll know what to do. I trust that you'll do what's best with him.
Yeah. I promise I won't throw him overboard without your consent. She like
I-
chuckles and like front
I
of him.
appreciate that much. Yeah, he pales. I appreciate that much. I would like to think that I have that right to be informed.
You are our gracious leader after all.
Of course. Give my regards to Deli when you see her. I heard that she went through an awful lot.
Yeah,
You
we
probably
thought we-
saw.
Yeah, we thought we might lose you
Right.
there.
Yeah.
It's like a giant ball of darkness went off.
Uh-huh. Cool. Yeah. Sounds good. I think we just kind of fade out there, and we'll just say that like we're gonna pick up next time with the 9th day of the 6th. So this was 7th, 8th, 9th, which is what is that Christmas? Christmas Day. Very nice.
Wow.
It is Christmas.
There you
It's
go.
because
Merry
the
Christmas,
song-
Git.
Yeah. So next time we'll pick up with Christmas and
Merry Gitmas.
Merry Gitmas. There you go.
Merry
And
Critmas.
we'll continue
Today
the
was
adventure.
Christmas.
All right. Well, we'll probably go ahead and end there and do an after show and be done. Thanks for watching, everybody. We are out.